St. Petersburg has a fascinating demographic reality that few people know about, and it's catching the attention of men from all over the world. This historic Russian city has unique characteristics that go way beyond its extraordinary cultural heritage. The demographic breakdown of St. Petersburg reveals some interesting data. According to the 2010 census, out of the 4,848,700 inhabitants, 2,209,600 were men, and 2,639,100 were women. This means that 54.43% of the population is female. The women of St. Petersburg are known for particular traits within the Russian context. The city is home to some of the country's most prestigious universities, like St. Petersburg State University, founded in 1724, which attracts highly educated women from all over Russia. Over 80% of the young women here complete higher education. This academic background is combined with a unique cultural heritage. As the former imperial capital, St. Petersburg developed a special refinement that is reflected in its people. The women here deeply value the arts, literature, and culture, traits that set them apart even within Russia. The Russian government has implemented several programs to attract foreign residents, although these are mainly aimed at qualified professionals in specific sectors. The country offers university scholarships for foreigners with up to 30,000 spots annually, according to the Minister of Higher Education, Valery Falkov, and makes it easier to get work permits in fields like technology, engineering, and education. Before we continue, a quick heads up. YouTube has been removing subscriptions without warning. Check right now to make sure you're still subscribed and hit that like button. It strengthens the channel and guarantees you'll get our next reports. And of course, drop a comment below. Your opinion is important. For foreigners looking to settle in Russia, there are significant expat communities in cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg. According to Russia Beyond, there's an established industry that caters to expatriates, with specialized restaurants, cafes, and clubs, especially in these two major cities. The social scene in St. Petersburg makes it easy to meet people with genuine cultural interests. The numerous events at the Mariinsky Theatre, exhibitions at the Hermitage, and the city's intense cultural life create natural opportunities to socialize for people with refined tastes. But to fully understand why St. Petersburg is drawing so much international interest, we need to find out what it's really like to live in this fascinating city. The incredibly affordable cost of living, professional opportunities, and cultural quality make this a much more interesting proposition than it might initially seem. To understand St. Petersburg's unique position on the world stage, we need to dive into its exceptional historical and geographical context. The city is strategically located at the mouth of the Neva River on the Gulf of Finland, giving it a prime position as a gateway between Europe and Russia. Peter the Great chose this spot in 1703 as part of an ambitious geopolitical vision. He wanted to create a new capital that would reflect Russia's modernization and its closer ties to Western Europe. For over 200 years, from 1712 to 1918, St. Petersburg was the capital of the Russian Empire, concentrating political, cultural, and economic power. This imperial heritage explains the city's current characteristics. St. Petersburg is home to the Hermitage, which contains over 3 million works of art. The historic center, declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1990, features a unique architectural ensemble that combines Baroque, neoclassical, and Art Nouveau styles. Geographically, St. Petersburg is spread across 42 islands, connected by more than 400 bridges, giving it that distinct character of a city on the water. The Neva River and its canals not only provide scenic beauty, but have also been historically fundamental for regional trade and economic development. The climate has its own particular features. Winters last about 5 months, with temperatures that can drop to -20 degrees Celsius or -4 Fahrenheit. However, the summers make up for it with the phenomenon of the white nights, when from May to July the sun barely sets, creating almost 20 hours of daylight. The modern economy of St. Petersburg has diversified significantly. According to verified data, the city has established itself as the second most important economic center in Russia after Moscow. The tech sectors have seen remarkable growth, with over 500 information technology companies employing approximately 150,000 specialists. The shipbuilding industry maintains its historical importance with modern shipyards that provide direct employment to over 50,000 people. Global companies like Google, Samsung, Intel, and Microsoft have development offices in the city, taking advantage of the high educational level of the local population. The higher education system includes more than 40 universities and institutes with roughly 300,000 students. This academic concentration creates a vibrant intellectual atmosphere that attracts both Russian and international students, generating a highly skilled workforce. Modern urban infrastructure blends seamlessly with the historic architecture. The public transport system is incredibly well developed, including the famous Saint Petersburg metro, considered one of the most beautiful in the world, with stations decorated with mosaics, sculptures, and palace-style architecture. This unique combination of imperial history, modern economic diversification, and academic concentration has shaped a distinctive urban culture that continues to attract both Russians and foreigners in search of cultural and professional opportunities. The experience of living in St. Petersburg is marked by a remarkable affordability compared to other major European cities. According to updated data from expatistan.com from August of 2024, the cost of living in St. Petersburg is 51% cheaper than in Berlin and 18% more economical than in Rio de Janeiro. The specific numbers reveal significant advantages for foreign residents. A studio apartment costs considerably less than in Western European capitals. According to the sources consulted, the overall cost allows you to maintain the same standard of living that would require 6,600 euros in Berlin with just 3,247 euros in St. Petersburg. The job market offers diverse opportunities for qualified foreigners. The tech sector is particularly welcoming, employing 150,000 specialists in over 500 companies. Multinationals based in the city are looking for professionals with experience in IT, engineering, and specialized services. Higher education represents another area of opportunity. St. Petersburg is home to over 40 universities, including prestigious institutions like the State University, founded in 1724. The Russian government offers up to 30,000 scholarships annually for foreign students, according to official statements from the Minister of Higher Education. For expats, there's an established social infrastructure. In cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg, where most foreigners are concentrated, there are restaurants, cafes, and clubs that specifically cater to this community. Platforms like Internations and Facebook groups make social integration and professional networking easier. The public transportation system is extraordinarily efficient and cheap. The cost per trip is significantly lower than in Western European cities, and the system includes a metro, buses, trams, and trolleybuses that connect all city districts with high frequency. Food costs are particularly affordable. According to comparative studies with Latin American cities, a package of 30 eggs costs less in Moscow than in São Paulo, Lima, or Mexico City. A liter of whole milk is also cheaper than in these cities, reflecting Russia's abundance of natural resources. Healthcare services combine public care with accessible private options. The public system guarantees basic care, while the private sector offers specialized services at prices considerably lower than in Western Europe. Cultural activities are incredibly accessible considering their world-class quality. A ticket to the Mariinsky Theatre, one of the most prestigious opera houses in the world, costs between 20 and 60 euros. Admission to the Hermitage costs about €15, with additional discounts for residents. This combination of an affordable cost of living, professional opportunities in modern sectors, and access to world-class culture makes St. Petersburg particularly attractive for qualified professionals seeking international experience without the high costs of other major European capitals. The cultural life in St. Petersburg exceeds the expectations of any major European city. As the former imperial capital and the current cultural capital of Russia, it offers an artistic intensity that few world metropolises can match, combined with a unique affordability. The Mariinsky Theatre stands as the epicenter of high culture. Its seasons include both Russian classics and contemporary international productions, with tickets costing between €20 and €60, prices that would be unthinkable in London or New York for productions of similar world-class caliber. The museums are an exceptional cultural universe. The Hermitage, with its 3 million works, would take years to explore completely. A general admission ticket costs €15, while residents get significant discounts and annual passes for less than €50, allowing unlimited access to one of the most important art collections on the planet. The nightlife cleverly adapts to the unique climate. During the long winters, the city develops an intense indoor life with literary cafes, jazz clubs, and alternative cultural spaces that are active late into the night. In the summer, the White Nights completely transform the urban rhythm with outdoor festivals during the nearly 20 hours of daily sunlight. The St. Petersburg culinary scene combines Russian traditions with refined European influences. Restaurants like Palkin and L'Europe offer Russian haute cuisine at prices that would be considered very affordable in Paris or Rome. A 3-course dinner at a high-end restaurant costs about €40 per person. The contemporary art scene is vibrant and accessible to residents of all income levels. Galleries like Errata and contemporary art centers regularly feature exhibitions by Russian and international artists. The prices for local art are significantly more accessible than in other global art hubs. For families, St. Petersburg offers diverse recreational options. Parks like the Summer Garden and Pavlovsk provide extensive green spaces. During the winter, activities like ice skating and cross-country skiing are popular, with equipment rentals for less than €10 a day. The academic atmosphere constantly enriches the cultural life. With 300,000 students in over 40 universities, the city maintains a constant intellectual energy. Lectures, seminars, and academic events are regularly open to the public, creating opportunities for continuous learning. The city's architecture functions as an open-air museum. Walking through the historic center means traveling through centuries of European history, from the Baroque style of Peter the Great to the neoclassicism of the 19th century. Every building tells a story. Every street reveals layers of cultural development. The seasons set distinct rhythms of life. The people of St. Petersburg have learned to take full advantage of each period. Winters for intense indoor cultural life, summers for celebrations, and outdoor activities during the extraordinary White Nights. The international cultural connectivity is notable. Pulkovo Airport connects to over 100 international destinations, while high-speed trains connect to Moscow in under 4 hours, expanding both cultural and professional opportunities. This combination of world cultural heritage, a vibrant artistic life, economic accessibility, and international connectivity creates a lifestyle that residents and visitors describe as profoundly enriching and culturally satisfying. St. Petersburg represents an extraordinary opportunity in today's global landscape. A first-rate European city that combines exceptional cultural heritage, modern professional opportunities, and an affordability that is increasingly rare in major world capitals. Verified data confirms real and significant economic advantages. With costs 51% lower than Berlin and 18% lower than Rio de Janeiro, the city allows you to maintain a Western European standard of living on a considerably smaller budget. This affordability doesn't mean sacrificing quality. This is a city with modern infrastructure, efficient services, and world-class culture. For qualified professionals, St. Petersburg offers a diverse and growing job market. The tech sector employs 150,000 specialists in over 500 companies, including offices of multinationals like Google, Samsung, and Intel. The concentration of 40 universities with 300,000 students ensures a vibrant intellectual atmosphere and opportunities for continuous professional development. The cultural experience exceeds expectations. Access to the Hermitage for €15, performances at the Mariinsky Theatre for €20 to €60, and a vibrant contemporary art scene create opportunities for personal enrichment that would be prohibitively expensive in other world capitals. The urban infrastructure combines modern functionality with exceptional historical beauty. The metro, considered one of the most beautiful in the world, is not only efficient, but also a daily aesthetic experience. The public transport system connects the entire city for a symbolic cost. The seasons create unique experiences. Winters offer an intense indoor cultural life, while summers, with the White Nights, transform the urban character with festivals and activities during nearly 20 hours of daylight. For those seeking an international experience, St. Petersburg provides deep cultural immersion while maintaining global connections. The airport connects to over 100 international destinations, making it easy to do business and maintain ties with one's home country. The established expat community eases integration. Specialized restaurants, cafes, and clubs, along with platforms like Internations, provide social and professional networks that smooth the transition for new residents. The city has managed to preserve its historical essence while fully adapting to modern demands. Professionals can build international careers, students can access world-prestigious education, and culture lovers can immerse themselves in one of the richest artistic heritages on the planet. The educational opportunities are particularly noteworthy. The Russian government offers up to 30,000 scholarships annually to foreign students, providing access to prestigious universities at costs significantly lower than equivalent institutions in Western Europe or the United States. St. Petersburg proves that there are still places where it's possible to live in a world-class city while maintaining a healthy financial balance. The combination of exceptional cultural heritage, modern professional opportunities, affordability, and a high quality of life creates a proposition that very few cities in the world can currently offer. This convergence of factors makes St. Petersburg not just a place to live, but a comprehensive experience that combines history, culture, modern opportunities, and an accessible quality of life in a way that is unique on the contemporary world stage. But this isn't all you need to know about unique living opportunities in Eastern Europe. In our next video, we're going to uncover the best-kept secrets of Prague, where the advantages for foreigners are just as surprising. Don't miss this reveal that will completely change your perspective on the most accessible cities in Europe. Which of these aspects of St. Petersburg caught your attention the most? Let us know your opinion in the comments and tell us if you would consider this historic city as your next place to live.